Hello, everybody. 64 Studios 101
And
here.
Fan 12 here as well.
Back at it with another of those Chef Clownman commentary things. This one is probably the safest one to watch. I know I'm hilarious. So anyway, with that, we will begin The Safe, which feels considerably more modern than a lot of them.
I feel like it's that every episode.
Yeah, let's begin. So I know I said that last time too, and probably before that also, but it feels like it.
You said that for the Mystery of the Busy Cat, and the Not for New Neighbors, not that anyone cares.
I'll probably say that for the next one too.
Yeah, but anyway.
So anyway.
At the time this came out, we thought it was the best Chef Clownman episode, and in hindsight, it's not quite as great as we thought it was at first, but it's a good one.
I mean, since I didn't write any of it, it obviously can't be very good.
Written by Fan 12. Just in case you didn't believe him.
Fan 12. I play this old guy who's pretty cool, honestly.
And he makes another cameo appearance in the latest episode, The Way of the Clown, though I don't think he says anything.
Yeah, I don't think he does.
I can't decide whether that animation when Johnson goes up is good or not. And also notice, like, at the top of Johnson's slide, the light shines for some frames a bit.
Yeah, I think you should have just refilmed the entire episode. Because
yeah, right. But I actually did refilm this scene a couple times. Well, no, I didn't refilm it, but I refilmed the first couple clips. I mean, the first couple frames a few times to try to fix it, and I couldn't. So yeah.
One of the signature flashbacks.
Yeah.
This is reused. Is this reused from Johnson's job?
The background,
interview?
yes.
Yeah.
This background, not the one in the flashback.
Yeah. I thought so. So anyway, I really don't know. I'm not quite satisfied with how I played that guy. Ooh, the safe.
Yep.
Yay.
And it also is evidence of how the art style has improved over the, well, I shouldn't say years, I should say over the months. Like, compare this to the Safe in Johnson's job interview, it looks a lot better here.
It looks a lot better. Partially, it's because you got a better silver paint pen.
Yeah, but it's probably just because I put more effort into the drawing of the show at this point than I did at the beginning.
But this is still possibly,
this episode still looks slightly better now. I think it looks good. And I like how he looks when he zooms. But also, I believe his eyes for both his eye when he's in the suit and tie, Johnson's eyes are a bit chipped, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, he has that 17 shirt on in this one.
Don't know if it's for some sports team. I guess it probably is. Who knows?
Sorry.
So anyway, they're talking about how they could possibly, like, what can be in the safe and how they can open it. The Clownman, of course, thinks it could be, stuff like a bag of potato chips or a model airplane or a comic book or a chocolate bar. And
I mean, some not chocolate. Oh yeah, this is good animation. Yeah. As I was saying, though, some comic books are actually quite valuable, so that's why I had you say it could be a brand new comic book.
Yeah, my original script, I think, just said a comic book, and which would have really angered comic book fans, so...
It would have really angered me.
Yeah.
But anyway...
Yeah, but, like, creates in the message that comic books aren't valuable or whatever, so, yeah.
Diet Dr. Cola, because that kind of has to be...
I wish the safe didn't move a bit. I should have taped it down, but yeah, Diet Dr. Cola.
Animation.
Yeah. Of course, I always like how Diet Dr. Cola... I like when Diet Dr. Cola appears in Chef Clownman. I don't know why. It sort of makes it feel like it's one big universe when they reference the same brand every episode.
Pretty much. I mean, it's in the intro, so it'll always be in every episode, whether you like it or not.
Dr. Daddy's Lab. Of course, the same background from Daddy's Experiments, which still looks a bit messy, but it works. And I like that animation.
Acid doesn't work. What did they make the safe out of? Vibranium? That's a Marvel Comics reference.
I don't get it either, people, don't worry. So,
if you don't get it, I don't
I like that. Okay, I feel like we should stop saying that's good animation every single time, but yeah, and when the machine moves, since we don't have any long pieces of paper or anything, we had to draw we had to draw several frames of the machine moving using a slightly transparent piece of paper.
I remember that. I think you wanted to do a bit more than.
Yeah, I didn't have enough paper.
Yeah, we didn't
get more. So.
The hardships of making an animation. Anyway, so here's Oscar's middle scene.
if you'll notice on the ground, like there were some random there were a bunch of smears on the floor, and the reason is at first the planks of wood I just put all the lines that aren't horizontal, just put vertical, and then I realized no wait, it's supposed to have perspective, so.
Anyway, I believe this house was pretty cheap, so maybe the rooms are kind of nasty. I don't know. Because in the last episode,
or else it's just a kind of wood he uses.
Yeah.
But anyway, I really like this background. I hope we can use it again soon.
Yeah. So
I feel like there's a radio and a TV and everything, and then so anyway, Oscar, because Dr. Daddy is like too complicated or whatever, they go to Oscar for just some common sense and. Contrary to Clownman's desire to be the captain of the Meat Rangers, because he was even more obsessed with the Meat Rangers than usual in this episode. And he also seems pretty obsessed with ice cream for some reason.
Ice cream and the Meat Rangers. What's better than those two great things? Nothing. To clarify.
No, I believe this is when he suggests that they that they try to break the dial, and yeah, that's what they do. Okay, I should stop saying I like this animation every time any animation happens. Yeah.
I like that animation. I'm talking. There's the refrigerator who's looking for ice cream.
Yeah, and I like that. Though the door that's open, it looks too wide. Clownman with a knife, that's not a sight you see every day.
Wait, isn't it like a chisel?
Oh yeah, chisel, whatever.
See, it's fine.
Okay, anyway.
Wait, Clownman with a chisel? This is supposed to be G-rated entertainment.
So he's about to break the safe, and he didn't think he can do it because he's strong, because of playing wrestling when he was younger, except it was on video games, so.
Yeah.
But
Too much modern references.
That looks pretty cool. So.
Looks pretty gnarly. So, I believe Oscar just kind of says goodbye.
Clownman, I don't remember if it's this part or another part, but at one point Clownman just randomly turned. Yeah, in a second that'll happen. Clownman, keep watching Clownman, because eventually he'll just magically turn the other direction. You see?
Pretty great animation. Alright, so there's Oscar again, telling them goodbye, get out of here, you idiots. I think that's what he's thinking.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
I like the colors that I drew Oscar in this episode.
Yeah, I like the lighter blue stripe on the darker blue shirt, because he always seems to have a stripe.
And notice how they don't fully leave. You see a bit of his leg at the end.
Right,
and also, in hindsight, I should have first just zoomed in on Johnson, then have it zoom out to show Clownman with the ice cream cone.
I really like how he's holding it upside down.
Yeah.
And also, to use an old quote, I liked that animation. So, I think that if I had written this scene, it would have been much better, obviously.
Like, what would have been different?
Probably nothing, I don't know. I'm not serious there. Or am I? So, essentially, the safe, if every episode was like the safe, I don't know if the show would be the best, but because there's an episode like the safe, it's good. That doesn't make sense.
No, but not everything makes sense.
It doesn't make any sense, what am I saying? Anyway, so wasn't there a scene, was it after this that we cut the scene?
Actually,
it was after.
Oh, after?
I think it's because it's Mr. Worksworth who suggests going to Mr. Town.
No, Clownman first. Mr. Town.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it after?
It's Mr. Town who says we should go to Mr. Worksworth.
I believe.
Because we were going to have a little scene with Mr. Worksworth because
with Mr. Town, you mean?
Mr. Town.
Yeah, Clownman's boss, in case he can't remember, because he's boring, so I gotta understand if you don't remember, but we were gonna have a scene where I don't remember exactly what happened, but wouldn't he have like a lot of money? And he was talk about how he can't figure out a way to stop people from stealing his money. So
we'll have to consult the script.
Yeah, but anyway, something along those lines. It wasn't that great, and also we figured out the episode was too long as it was.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. So there's the filing cabinet animation.
Yeah, and I like it.
All three of those, I believe, are the same drawer that you like when you open something.
Yeah.
And note how the perspective on the handle changes a bit.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Which is a nice touch. And also
in the script there were 4 drawers, not 3, and I don't even remember what was in. It was some meters related thing, of course, but
I quite like that he in the end, he asks them, "Do you have any knowledge of opening safes?"
Yeah, I can never decide if I like that or not, but since you do, I assume that I did well.
If I like it, then the masses must like it. I'm relatively easy to please. So I think I always thought that was a nice little twist. Wait a second, I forgot my combination. You do have any knowledge of opening safes, he says. Alright, so here's sort of the big grand finale with first the meters tickets, which
I believe it's like starting in this scene, and then in some later ones, where unfortunately, if you listen closely, isn't there like a bit you can't like maybe hear there's some music in the background or something?
Could be. I don't remember that, but you're probably right.
Well, I feel like I thought it sounded like that the first times I watched this, and since then so it's probably just my imagination.
Check up on that at some point. Let's turn the sound on right now. No.
I must sound so crazy in this commentary being like, oh, you hear music in the background when you don't, but...
I mean, maybe you do. The creator is usually his own critique. His own greatest critique.
Critic.
What am I saying? I'm not making much sense either.
At least I'm not the only one who sounds crazy. But anyway, so they're trying to figure out what. Clownman decides to once again referencing the Meat Ranger, he decides to use their combination, which of course works.
And I like the suspense that you don't. It's open, but you don't see what's in there yet.
Yeah.
So he closes it and tries it again. And
spoilers, it's a chocolate bar.
Chocolate bar. I said choco bar. Why did I say choco bar? Because it says choco. Yeah.
I see it's a bit later when there might be music in the background and there might not be. It's not quite.
Darn it! I was gonna give a spoiler warning at the beginning of this commentary. All right,
that's good.
That's a pretty awesome scene. All right, the meters tickets return.
Yeah, it was around this point when you might hear music in the background and you might not. So
yeah, I'll have to check up on that sometime.
Anyway.
Jakeston's fingerprint. This is the introduction when Jakeston is first mentioned, and he at least gets one or two other mentions so far. I know he has one in the Clown Worshippers.
Yes, I believe it's. And then I like how it ends with him. I like animation too. I know I keep saying that, but it's cool how they, of course, they're just fighting for the ticket, and then the episode ends.
Next time, things get even more epic, but
really epic.
Dun, 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 dun.
Seriously, it's about superheroes and I think anything that involves superheroes, everyone seems to think of as epic.
So Mr. Davidson is truly the best character in this. He has such brilliant dialogue, and his actor especially is really good.
Is that the only one you play in this episode?
Yeah, I think. Still, it's more lines than in Daddy's Experiments and Johnson's Job
Interview. You're not in it at all, sorry.
But that's still more lines.
Yeah.
But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this commentary, and I was going to say something else, but I forgot. Goodbye.
Goodbye.